doesn't strain my brain. The free in Fredonia's calling, it's never quite the same. These questions keep blowing my mind, I hope that I get them in on time.
Answer quick to raise your score. Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? Questions and questions, just guessing is lame. I'm stacking up the answers in this trivia hall of fame. If you cannot see or hear, Gary is to blame.
Oh yeah, Gary is to blame. Don't strain your brain, it's all in fun. Gary's not counting all the ones you won. If you don't know the answer, put your thinking cap on. Give your best answer, it's all in fun. Share the link to our game. Free in Fredonia is its name. Trivia questions on subjects galore. Join the friendly competition for high score. Well, it's 6:30 here, and I'm always in fear that the questions will be fast, and I hope I don't come in last. Don't strain your brain, it's all in fun. Gary's not counting all the ones you won. If you don't know the answer, put your thinking cap on. Give your best answer, it's all in fun. Gary grins, expecting Chrissy to guess and miss, but she nails it again, and he's stunned by the twist. He squints at the screen like it has to be wrong, while Chrissy just smiles, she's been sharp all along. Don't strain your brain, it's all in fun. Gary's not counting all the ones you won. If you don't know the answer, put your thinking cap on. Give your best answer, it's all in fun.
There's a fly in the barn with a ball in his hands, and his name is mentioned time to time. They watched him on TV when we told the world to go pee, and Wilma was forgotten for a while. And the jukebox was golden where we used to dance, and $11.91 to find true love. But the Camelot was more, with Buford at the door, and we'd end up at the poor man's country club. And the last train is left for the gateway to the south. The big band is playing at the cave. You'll end up at Two Rivers to buy yourself some shoes to walk to Sergeant Carter's Greenwood grave. And we'll stop at Joe B's and buy us a beer, while Bill Bren makes the ladies pay. The music people come down when summer rolls around, just to hear the old time fiddles play. And the bridge on the Cumberland turns when tall boats sail, and the motorcycles run where children play. With toys by their side, they take their bikes and ride with dreams to give from those who really care. And the last train is left for the gateway to the south. The big band is playing at the cave. are covered with towels. And Pettigo's Hardware, everything you want is there. If it's not, you really didn't need it anyhow. And the boot on the hill is walking someplace still, and the floods rise with the river's might. When we slept while the walls blew down, then woke to a brand new town, and the top spot was born that winter night. And Gander is a place where a plane went down and left a lot of sad folk behind. The flag for which they died still flies on Riverside and shows the courage of a town and the test of time. And the last train has left for the gateway to the south. The big band is playing at the cave. You'll end up at Two Rivers to buy yourself some shoes to walk to Sergeant Carter's Greenwood grave. You'll end up at Two Rivers to buy yourself some shoes to walk to Sergeant Carter's Greenwood grave. To walk to Sergeant Carter's Greenwood grave.
Come, go with me. Something for you to see. Time to be kind, leave the madness behind. There's no better way to be. When you're free in Fredonia, breathe in the air you want to, shaking hands with your neighbors and friends. Free in Fredonia and happy again. Come, take my hand, join in the band, write what is true, the song that's in you, to be happy again. Happy again. When you're free in Fredonia, breathing the air you want to, shaking hands with your neighbors and friends. Free in Fredonia and happy again. So pack up your worries, your troubles and woes, put them all behind you and close the door. Close the door. Close the door. Come, sing with me. What you dream can be. Take a walk outside, slow down life's ride so everyone can see. When you're free in Fredonia, breathe in the air you want to, shaking hands with your neighbors and friends. Free in Fredonia and happy again. When you're free in Fredonia, breathe in the air you want to, shaking hands with your neighbors and friends. Free in Fredonia and happy again. Happy again.
on a canopied country road among green fields in Tennessee. I stopped in awe at beauty there, a masterpiece to be seen. Past trees in the horizon, mirrored images of leaf and limb. The sky was blue with light peeking through, casting shadows upon my skin. Oh, Tennessee, my Tennessee, the memories wrap their arms around me. The mountains and the streams enhance my every dream. I'm grateful for the things the good Lord gives to me, and I thank Him every day for my life in Tennessee. The colors meld together with rainbows among the trees, a picture of art presented to all, but only discovered by me. A cloud tried to drift and cover, but the artist's light stayed to gleam, causing me pause and to remember who created that Tennessee scene. And when the storms come rolling in, I find peace in the whispering wind. The land holds my story, the sky holds my song in Tennessee, where my heart belongs. Oh, Tennessee, my Tennessee, the memories wrap their arms around me. The mountains and the streams enhance my every dream. I'm grateful for the things the good Lord gives to me, and I thank Him every day for my life in Tennessee.
Pawnbroker gazed over his glasses as I slowly walked through the door. His eyes held no question at my hesitation. You could tell he had seen it before. How much could you give? As I reached in my pocket and pulled out an old diamond ring, the diamond still glistened while he carefully listened when I asked him how much it would bring. The old ring belonged in my family for years, my mother's mother on down. My mom's last request before they laid her to rest and save your advice. Regrets come later, I know. How much for a memory? Look it over and tell. I'm down on my luck and I need a few bucks. I've got a memory for sale. The old pawnbroker slowly raised his head. He knew my position quite well. The ring you should keep, but come back next week. That is, if you still wanna sell. The old man watched as I walked away. He knew I would never return. That diamond ring was a precious thing, and he knew with time I would learn. How much for a memory? Look it over and tell. Memories stay, hard times fade away. Some things you just shouldn't sell. There are treasures in life no money can buy, and value the heart understands. When love leaves a mark, it lives in the spark of something held in your hands. How much for a memory? Look it over and tell. Memories stay, hard times fade away. Some things you just shouldn't sell. Memories stay, hard times fade away. Some things you just shouldn't sell. Some things you just don't sell.
Lines on my face, they ain't battle scars. They're maps of the roads that brought me this far. Silver in my hair, wisdom in my eyes. Each wrinkle earned under heaven's skies. They chase the past in flashing lights, but I've got peace and quiet nights. Let them keep their mirrors clean and chase some airbrushed magazine. I've lived through storms, I've danced through pain, felt every joy, survived the strain. They say we fade, but I draw near to the truth that grows with every year. Let them judge, I'll stand here clearer, proudly breaking society's mirror. Used to run fast, now I walk slow, but I see things young hearts don't know. They praise the young, the smooth, the bright, but I've got roots that hold me tight. Let them keep their mirrors clean and chase some airbrushed magazine. I've lived through storms, I've danced through pain, felt every joy, survived the strain. They say we fade, but I draw near to the truth that grows with every year. Let them judge, I'll stand here clear, proudly breaking society's mirror. No shame in slowing down the race, I've earned each line upon my face. I'd trade no youth for all I've known. This aged heart has fully grown. So let them keep their mirrors clean and chase some airbrushed magazine. I'll sing my song, I'll lift my prayer for every soul with silver hair. They say we fade, but I'll draw near to the truth that lives beyond the years. Let them judge, I'll stand here clear, proudly breaking society's mirror. Yeah, let them judge, we're growing dear every time we break society's mirror. We're never too old. She held court every Sunday morning. The back pew was her throne, with words of wisdom to make us think and laugh about when we got home. Anything that might happen might cause the poet to write. Miss Betty kept the books for those who wanted things done right. The back pew was reserved, her warm red shawl in view. Everyone knew she would disappear before the prayer was through. Taking care of collection plates, green jackets, or homemade stew. When her children came to fill that space, homecoming was sweet delight. Her heart would glow with family close when they'd fill that back pew up. Now Betty's dreamed herself away to the arms of Jesus sent, but the back pew is never empty, 'cause her memory is still sitting there. And came one Sunday morning, to church I felt to go, to sit in that sacred place that I had come to know. Alone there in somber thought, I wished her family here. Her presence so close, I could feel this empty pew filled with love and sweet Betty memories. The back pew was reserved, her warm red shawl in view. Everyone knew she would disappear before the prayer was through. Taking care of collection plates, green jackets, or homemade stew. Her presence so close, I could feel this empty pew filled with love and sweet Betty
He rode in on the horse he stole from Miller's farm next door. Whiskey breath and a crooked smile clattered through the general store. He tipped his hat to the preacher's wife and sang a cowboy tune. But fate was riding right behind and it'd catch him all too soon. Now he swings where the oak tree leans, a lesson in the breeze, blown by prairie winds that tell of boots that failed to flee. You can gamble, curse, and fight your man, but one rule still applies. Don't ever drink and ride at night on a horse you didn't buy. He drifts by lariat round his neck, a silhouette at dawn, a warning carved in weathered bark. That stallion wasn't yours, son. They say Farmer Miller tracked him down with vengeance in his eye. The town folks say he never missed, and the outlaw learned why. Now he swings where the oak tree leans, a lesson in the breeze, blown by prairie winds that tell of boots that failed to flee. You can gamble, curse, and fight your man, but one rule still applies. Don't ever drink and ride at night on a horse you didn't buy. High and think to steal a steed, you best remember Miller's aim and how that fool did bleed. The grave's still shallow, the rope's still tight, and justice still rides fast in towns where stolen horses are the crimes that never pass. Yeah, he swings where the oak tree leans, a tale the coyotes wail. His boots point down, his soul blown wide by Miller's lead and shell. So if you're thinking of a midnight ride, there's one rule that applies. Don't ever drink and ride at night on a horse you didn't buy.
Hey everybody, get ready to have Hey everybody, get ready to have some fun. Welcome to the Free and Fredonia Show.
Did anyone ever tell you you look like the Prince of Wales? I don't mean the present Prince of Wales, one of the old Wales. And believe me, when I say Wales, I mean whale. I know a whale when I see one. Did you say your room was 318? You know, I'm the proprietor of this hotel, and I have a pass key to every room in it.
Pass key?
Pass key, that's Russian for pass. You know, they pass key down the street ski. Won't you, lie down? If we could find a little bungalow, eh? Oh, of course, I know we could find one, but maybe the people wouldn't get out.
Here's your host, Gary SannaBlue Baker.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Free and Fredonia Show. My name's Gary Baker, and I'm going to be the one pushing buttons on this trivia show, and the subject matter is Moses. Today is Wednesday. It's Bible Trivia Wednesday. So we're going to find out how much you know about Moses. And hello everybody, Sharon, Bill, Linda, Melinda, Leanne, I see you here. There's more stragglers coming in. Go ahead and hit your share buttons. Let everybody know what you're doing. Invite them to come along and for the ride, and we'll have some fun to see what you know about Moses. All right, let's go ahead, and we need the word for the day today.
And know that this is the word for the day. He says, "Be still and know that I am God." Psalm 46:10. Pausing to acknowledge God's sovereignty quiets anxiety and realigns your perspective with his steady control.
All right, we've got some good contributions on the next line song, and we'll get into that. Thanks to everyone who's participating in that. It's coming along good. We're going to have a good song. Hey, Janie has joined us. So, like I said, go ahead and hit the share button. Make sure you do that every time, and y'all are really, really good about that. I appreciate that. Let's get Gloria to remind us how to play this game, and we'll get started.
Welcome to the free in Fredonia Show. Be sure you like and share with everybody. It's going to be lots of fun with interesting trivia questions on a variety of subjects. The way you play is, the question will be posted on screen with 4 possible answers. You'll have just enough time to choose the answer you think is correct and type in the correlating number in the comments section. Be sure to watch the timer at the top of the screen so you will get your answer in before the cutoff. After you post your choice, give Gary a few seconds to tabulate the answers, and the correct response will be noted before advancing to the next question. Good luck! Now, back to Gary.
All right, this is going to be a good game. I looked over some of the questions before, and it's amazing how much I did not know about Moses, because this was what I was raised up with. Linda, did you send another suggestion on the Right the Next Line song? I didn't see it if you did, so you won't be on the poll today. Anyway, we've got some good suggestions. We'll get to that in a minute. Moses. We're going to go to Sunday school class. Learn about Moses. I hope everybody had a good day today. I had a very productive day today. I've stayed busy, stayed out of trouble. Here we go. First question. Who found baby Moses in a basket on the Nile River? Was it Pharaoh's daughter, Moses' sister, an Egyptian soldier, a Hebrew woman? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Who found baby Moses in a basket on the Nile River? Pharaoh's daughter, Moses' sister, an Egyptian soldier, a Hebrew woman. 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right, I read the question twice. Oh, you sent out 15 invitations. Well, Linda, bless your heart. I appreciate that. Maybe they'll answer you. Maybe they'll track it down. All right, I hope y'all got your answer in on time. It has come to my attention that sometimes I talk through the questions. Pharaoh's daughter, everybody got that one right. I'm going to have to go to the store and buy me a new whistle, I think. Anyway, that I talk through the questions, so I'm trying to make sure that I don't do that and everybody understands. Here we go. Question 2. What did God speak to Moses through at Mount Horeb? Was it a thundercloud, a stone tablet, a pillar of fire, a burning bush? What did God speak to Moses through at Mount Horeb? Thundercloud, stone tablet, pillar of fire, burning bush. I think God spoke to Moses various ways. Appreciate everybody showing up tonight, playing trivia. A burning bush. Look at that. 2 in a row. 100%. Everybody. Everybody got it right. Question 3 coming up. Which sea did Moses part to lead the Israelites out of Egypt? Was it the Sea of Galilee, the Red Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, or the Dead Sea? Which sea did Moses part to lead the Israelites out of Egypt? Sea of Galilee, Red Sea, Mediterranean Sea, or Dead Sea? 1, 2, 3, or 4. And I always imagine Charlton Heston parting the sea there. And that, what a great movie. Charlton Heston, he'll always be Moses. Oh, excuse me. Moses. I keep thinking I'm going to run out of questions for Bible trivia. The Red Sea, look at that, 3 in a row. Y'all been reading up. I keep thinking I'm going to run out of questions. The AI that generates these, usually when it comes to the Bible, it just regenerates the same question. But anyway, question 4. On which mountain did Moses receive the 10 Commandments? Was it Mount Zion, Mount Sinai, Mount Nebo, or Mount Carmel? On which mountain did Moses receive the 10 Commandments? Mount Zion, Mount Sinai, Mount Nebo, or Mount Carmel? Melinda just got back from Canada. I hope you've rested up. You've had a day or two to get back in the swing thing and start causing trouble. On which mountain? Moses. And Miss Kathy has made a grand entrance. Hey, Kathy. I'm telling y'all, that's 4 straight questions everybody's gotten. This has got to be a record. Here we go. Keep it up. Question number 5. Who was Moses' brother and spokesman before Pharaoh? Was it Levi, Joshua, Caleb, or Aaron? Who was Moses' brother and spokesman before Pharaoh? Levi, Joshua, Caleb, or Aaron? Moses' brother. You read a lot about him in the Bible. Time's up. I see most of you are on Facebook. There are a few on YouTube. And that's good. I'm trying to keep up with all the comments. Aaron, we broke the streak. Aaron was Moses' brother. Sharon, Melinda, Linda, and Kathy got that right. Let's go ahead and look here on the... All right, Miss Sharon. Everybody see where you are? Okay. I know that's incredibly small, and you probably can't make out the points, but it's pretty close. All right, back to the game. Back to Moses. Excuse me. Question 6. What plague convicted Pharaoh to release the Israelites? Was it locusts, death of the firstborn, darkness, or boils? What plague convinced Pharaoh to release the Israelites? Locust, death of the firstborn, darkness, or boils? The last one to convince him. Get your answers in. All right, I can see everybody's. There is a time delay. I meant to put that graphic up. You probably noticed that there's a time delay in maybe when you put your answer in and it's shown. Death of the firstborn was the answer to that. Sharon, Melinda, Kathy, and Leanne. On Facebook, the delay is a little bit longer than YouTube, so keep that in mind. Here we go. Question 7. What food did God provide to the Israelites in the desert? Quail eggs, manna, figs, barley bread. What food did God provide to the Israelites in the desert? Quail eggs, manna, figs, barley bread. I think that question's pretty clear. Remember this story? I'm having light problems with my camera. Hold on a minute. Let me adjust. There we go. Maybe too light. Anyway, sometimes I'll blow it out. I'll blow the camera out. Man, 100%. See, y'all are like, well, maybe 5 or 7. Everybody got it right. Now the camera went dark again. All right. How long did Moses spend on Mount Sinai receiving the law? 7 days, 40 days and nights, 21 days, or 100 days? How long did Moses spend on Mount Sinai receiving the law? 7 days, 40 days and nights, 21 days, or 100 days? Sometimes I imagine what would it be like for Moses to be on that mountain talking to God. Oh my goodness. That's pretty wild to imagine it. 40 days and nights. Sharon, Melinda, Leanne, and Janie. Boom, got it right. Congratulations. 40 days spent talking to God. Why was Moses not allowed to enter the promised land? Remember this? He worshiped an idol. He struck a rock instead of speaking to it. He doubted God's promise. He broke the tablets. Excuse me. He worshiped an idol. He was not allowed to enter the promised land because he worshiped an idol. He struck a rock instead of speaking to it. He doubted God's promise, or he broke the tablets. Time is up. God wouldn't allow him to go because of what he did. All right, he struck a rock instead of speaking to it. Kathy, Melinda, Linda, and Sharon remembered that. Question 10. What river did Moses turn into blood during the plagues? Was it the Tigris, the Nile, the Jordan, or the Euphrates? What river did Moses turn into blood during the plagues? Tigris, Nile, Jordan, or Euphrates? 1, 2, 3, or 4. That land is just steeped in history. I was looking at some postings. Well, actually, it was today or yesterday, about the history of Jerusalem. It's fascinating. And all the support and things that are still around of when Jesus was there. And hey, Tom, 100% of you got it again. It was the Nile River. Here we go. I don't think I made it. I did. Excuse me. Sharon. Melinda and Linda, top 3 spots. So that's good. This is halfway through it. Moses. I'm not so sure if I took this test, I would do as well. Anyway, who succeeded Moses as leader of the Israelites? Was it Joshua, Gideon, Caleb, or Aaron? Tom, glad you made it. Who succeeded Moses as leader of the Israelites? We thought about waiting for you, Tom, but we figured we'd go ahead since you're tardy. Who succeeded Moses as leader of the Israelites? Joshua, Gideon, Caleb, or Aaron? Get your answer in. 1, 2, 3, or 4. It has been a very, very hot day. I guess I can talk about the weather now. I've answered or asked the question. I do get a certain amount of criticism on some of the things I do on this show. Joshua, Sharon, Melinda, Linda, and Tom. And I do listen to it. I mean, it's not, I don't necessarily am I going to do what you suggest, but I do listen. Where did Moses die? Mount Sinai, Mount Nebo, Jericho, or Bethlehem? Where did Moses die? Mount Sinai, Mount Nebo, Jericho, or Bethlehem? Moses passed on. But if you do have suggestions on things you would like to see or just comments, feel free to make them. I will read them. Where did Moses die? Kat was going to play, but I think she thought we were going to be playing Motown. Mount Nebo, Sharon, Melinda, Linda, and Kathy. But we're going to do Motown tomorrow night, so that ought to be fun. What nationality was Moses by birth? Was he Hebrew, Egyptian, Canaanite, or Babylonian? What nationality was Moses by birth? Hebrew, Egyptian, Canaanite, or Babylonian? Question 13. It's the bot that talks too much. Okay. Would you prefer the bot? The bot, he does talk a lot. I don't think there's any way I can shut him up. But he's entertaining. I mean, it keeps your interest. There's no downtime, or that's for sure. What nationality? Have you thought about this question? He was Hebrew. Leanne, Bill, Belinda, and Janie. Hebrew. His people. Anyway, next question. Who raised Moses after he was rescued from the Nile? The high priest, Pharaoh's daughter, his sister Miriam, or his mother? Who raised Moses after he was rescued? The high priest, Pharaoh's daughter, his sister Miriam, or his mother? This time delay, I'm still trying to deal with it because I see your all's comments and some of your answers are interesting answers. Anyway. Who raised Moses? It was Pharaoh's daughter, And Melinda and Bill and Janie remembered the story and got it right. Here we go. This is question, looks like it's going to be 15 maybe. Yes. What did Moses' staff turn into before Pharaoh? A serpent, a lion, a dove, or a burning torch? What did Moses' staff turn into before Pharaoh? Serpent, lion, dove, or burning torch? That's right, Sharon. I forgot that part of the story. Sharon made an interesting comment. Let me, if I can run down this comment, I'll show it to you. Anyway, what did Moses' staff turn into? Serpent, lion, dove, or burning torch? That was a good point, Sharon. I'm still having camera trouble. Let me go over to my controller again. There, maybe that's better. Turn into a serpent. Everybody got that one right. Everybody's done good. I'm really impressed. All right, here we go. Question 16. How old was Moses when he led the Exodus from Egypt? Was he 80, 60, 40, or 100 years old? This is an interesting question. How old was Moses when he led the Exodus from Egypt? 80, 60, 40, or 100 years old? Yeah, Linda, that's true. I remember that part of the story where his mother took care of him, even though the Pharaoh's daughter found him and kind of adopted him, I guess. He was 80 years old. Can you imagine being 80 years old and being called from God to do what he did? Let's see. Let's go to the leaderboard here. Miss Melinda has taken over the lead. Everybody's holding true, holding fast. We got a little bit more game here to go. So, all right, here we go. What did Moses do when he saw the Israelites worshiping the golden calf? Did he set fire to the calf? Did he pray for forgiveness? Did he leave them behind? Or did he break the stone tablets? He was mad. What did Moses do when he saw the Israelites worshiping the golden calf? He set fire to the calf. He prayed for forgiveness. He just left them behind, or he broke the stone tablets. Imagine that was a scene. Wow. What did Moses do when he saw the Israelites? He broke the tablets. That's right. He was mad. Everybody got it right. That's good. All right. Getting a lot of those questions. We'll probably have to make some of these questions a little bit harder. You're all making it look easy. How many plagues did God send upon Egypt through Moses? Was it 7, 5, 12, or 10? This is an interesting question. See what you all do on this one. How many plagues did God send upon Egypt through Moses? 7, 5, 12, or 10? All right. How many plagues? I understand Kat is not feeling well, so I send her my best, and I hope she gets up to par. Look forward to her maybe coming tomorrow night playing some trivia. 10, it was 10 plagues. Sharon, Linda, and Kathy got that one right. All right, question 19. What relationship was Miriam to Moses? Wife, sister, mother, daughter. What relationship was Miriam to Moses? Wife, sister, mother, or daughter? 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right. My comments section doesn't move as it's supposed to. Too many things to keep up with. Trust me. I've got buttons all over the place. I've got cameras, lights. Sister. Miriam was Moses' sister. Sharon, Melinda, Kathy, and Janie knew that, and they got it right. Here we go. Last question. In what form did God guide the Israelites by night during their journey? Torchlight, shining star, pillar of fire, cloud of smoke. In what form did God guide the Israelites by night during their journey? Torchlight, shining star, pillar of fire, cloud of smoke. I do need assistance, Bill. I need something. I get through it though, you know. I make it harder on myself because I try to change things. I get it working right, and then I thought, well, you know, I can do better. I can make it better, and then that's when I usually screw it up. But I keep trying, you know. Sometimes I get on, you know, I do well. Sometimes I don't. It was a pillar of fire. Sharon and Linda got that correct. That's good. I'm interested to see who won this game. Sharon came back. Melinda dropped 1 or 2 there. Everybody congratulate Sharon. She did extremely well. Tomorrow night, like I said, the topic is going to be Motown. So that ought to be a pretty good game. Let's go over here. Linda says if it works, don't break it. No. You can always make things better, Linda. You just have to try something new and different. Anyway, let's go to right over here to the right of the line. I want y'all to look at this. This is interesting. As you can see under my video, that is what we've got so far. That's verse 1 and the first 2 lines of verse 2. The contributions or the suggestions are over here on the right. This way, I guess. And this is what you vote in. So this is what the way it goes. I'll say it, and then you write in the name of the person. That's how you vote. You got to type in the name of the one that you like. So let's do this. And I'm going to read. These are the contributions from Sharon. Let me say the first 2 lines of the first 2. Remind you of what we're going to. It's greens of rolling hills change with fall to scenes of gold like heaven's door. Okay, Sharon says, the Cumberland flows through Music City, humming songs from days before. Bill says, where it's never a chore to be in our great outdoors. Bill keeps it simple. Now, Kat, she just put 1 line in there, and her suggestion was, how could you ever ask for more? So I don't know how we can make that work. And then my suggestion is, with music born in every town, from mountain streams to river shore. Rhyming with door. So go ahead and type in. Sharon says your vote isn't registering. Well, let's see. You're on Facebook. I don't know what to tell you, Sharon. It looks like right now Sharon has got, I see 2 votes on Sharon and 1 vote on Bill. Is everybody, will everybody concur? This comment, Melinda always runs off. Sharon says I choose Gary Baker. Okay, well that will just give me 1 vote, Sharon. So is everybody's voting? Okay, I see Sharon. Okay, there we go. Now it's, well, Sharon's got 3. I'm waiting for that time lag. It's messing with me. And I have found out that once I turn this software, it does not retain the comment section. So I cannot go back and look at this. I've tried several ways with this poll that I'm doing. I don't know any other way to do it. And once I hit the off button, it wipes that out of its memory. So anyway, it looks like Sharon has got 4 votes, and I'll concur with that. I think that's pretty accurate voting. So we're going to add her 2 lines. The Cumberland flows through Music City, humming songs from days before. That's going to go into our 2 verses. Now, we'll having settled that, and I'll post this so everybody can see it. Now we got to write a chorus. So everything is open. We can start. We got to write a chorus. We're writing about Tennessee, obviously. So whatever you can come up with, go to the Free in Fredonia Facebook page. There'll be a place there for you to make your suggestion, and we'll get this song up. And today's Wednesday. I don't think we'll have it done by Friday, but we'll keep plugging away because I'm anxious to see how it's going to sound. So anyway, thanks for playing along. I really do appreciate it. And come on back tomorrow evening. We're going to be playing Motown, and it ought to be fun. So take care.